What is up, F and True followers? JC Styles here, back with some news updates in the world of the WWE. I saw my broadcast partner, Brian Crazy, put out the video revolving around the Over the Limit pay-per-view. John Cena versus The Miz is going to be a I Quit match for the WWE Championship. Hopefully it can deliver. It's like Brian said in his video. It looks like that both backstage and on screen WWE's trying to build the Miz up to be a top heel in the company, and he's definitely, definitely. I'm gonna go on and say he's definitely taking that and running with it. He also goes to state in the video that the WWE is going to try to keep the main event picture on Raw around John Cena and The Miz. Also, with the Rock, WWE wanting more appearances from the Great One, The Rock, to help build the feud for WrestleMania 28. So, my speculation, I'll go on the record right now to say it. If I think The Rock may win at WrestleMania 28. I mean, it's really hard to say right now. But that's my prediction. I think The Rock is going to win and be WWE champion. I mean, because they're going to be in Miami and Rock's hometown, so I wouldn't see why they wouldn't do that. But to get on to the news part of the video, so to speak, I want to give a quick shout out to Mr. Rated R Enigma TV. He's a good kid. He does great reviews, great predictions. Check out his channel. Subscribe to him, please. I mean, he's done it for us. He's given us a shout out, and he's helped us pick up a couple of subscribers. So please check him out and comment and subscribe on his videos. He does great things. Now, the first topic of the video, get it out of the way. Skip Sheffield tweeted tweeted on his Twitter page. First and last update here. So many of you have been kind to ask. The things have been extremely complicated with the injury, and it was much more than just a broken ankle and leg. It has been the most positive experience of my life, and I promise you I will return very soon, bigger and badder than anything you have ever seen. Nobody is going to stop me from achieving what I have sent out to do. Just my comments on this. I really wasn't big on Skip Sheffield. I really wasn't. I still aren't big on Skip Sheffield. I know Brian actually kind of liked Skip Sheffield a little bit. He was very underused in the Nexus angle. He was also... he was basically kind of like the silent Ezekiel Jackson type in the core. He never really got to reach his full potential with the Nexus because he got injured late August, I believe. Yes, late August in 2010, right at the Nexus's peak. So I'm hoping for him to come back and maybe, do something single, or maybe he'll go to SmackDown and team up with his former Nexus boys, Wade Barrett, Gabriel, and Slater. So it'd be kind of cool to see that. Next things, WWE star turning heel. The current backstage promos that you've had with Jinder Mahal, the Great Khali, and Ranjit Singh. This is supposed to lead Khali to turning heel with the idea he's becoming soft as a babyface. It is no longer the monster he once was. I kind of really want to see this. Don't want to see this, but in a way, I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to do this. I mean, because Great Khali really hasn't, done much on TV since he was World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, he comes out and he gets the crowd, he's kind of like how Santino is on Raw. He is that to SmackDown. He's kind of like the comic relief on SmackDown, but he is a serious competitor. I just think that they should have spent more time developing his in-ring ability. I mean, just because you're a giant doesn't mean that you can wrestle. I mean, Big Show, yeah, he's a giant, but he can go out there and he can brawl and he can wrestle and he can do things that nobody else can. But let's see what they could do. I mean, they said that the speculation is that they want to have Mahal and Khali form a heel tag team, with Mahal carrying most of their work, so we can see what's going to happen there. Also, I want to throw this in there. Please, I'm going to put our link in the description box. Please follow us at F and True Wrestling on Twitter. So please check that out. I will put the link on the description box. Now, you clicked on the title and you wanted to know what was going on with Chris Jericho. So here we go. Chris Jericho did an interview a couple of days ago with IGN. And basically, this is what his reply back was to the question: when are you heading back to the WWE? You said not until you can do something with your new character. This is Jericho's response. I'm going to read it as is in case you haven't been able to see it, just because I don't want to misquote or give you guys any false information. So, this is Jericho, and I quote: I don't want to go back and do the same thing and do the same character I was doing last time. You constantly have to reinvent yourself. It's kind of a strange analogy, but I think you'll pick it up when I say it. I always considered myself to be the Madonna of wrestling. And what I mean by that is constantly reinventing yourself. Every album Madonna does, she morphs into a new style of music and new looks. And when you work with the WWE, you work 52 weeks out of the year and on TV every week. You can't look the same or act the same every week. It gets boring. And I think that's why I've had such longevity as a performer, and was always the guy to watch because people wanted to see what I did next. Even did that on Dancing with the Stars. And that you have to do that or else you become predictable. And that's the worst thing you can become when you're in the show business. I definitely agree with Chris Jericho. I mean, I always enjoyed Chris Jericho as the arrogant, cocky, punk rocker that he was when he first came to the WWE. You know, the long beard, the weird hair, hairdos, the bright color shirts. I mean, he was definitely, he was definitely funny. You know, the whole trash bag hoe thing with Stephanie McMahon. The whole thing with ECW and WCW invasion was definitely interesting. His feud with The Rock in 2001, which went on all year long, was definitely worth it, and was definitely, good. I always enjoyed Chris Jericho as an in-ring competitor, whether he was a heel or a face. I couldn't stand this. I couldn't stand him, but I always tuned in to see what he was going to do. He also, in WCW, I loved his work in WCW as well. Sorry for the technical difficulties, interruptions. So like I was saying, I definitely enjoy watching Chris Jericho in WCW. I mean, he was a great cruiserweight, good mid-carder. He never really got to get pushed to his full potential in WCW. Left WCW kind of right before everything started to slowly slip down, slowly decline, and jumped over to the WWE and became a major star and major success and a major player. So hats off to Chris Jericho on that. Also, I really wanted to get this out there. I'm still upset with the incidents that happened on Friday Night SmackDown with the World Heavyweight title changing hands. Yes, I still stand behind what I said. I still feel that WWE Creative could have given Christian a little bit longer with the title. Definitely could have maybe had Christian hold on to the title for maybe a pay-per-view or two. But Brian also brought it up in yesterday's video that maybe they're going to help use this for Christian's heel turn. Maybe to have them help him build him up in the main event a lot more, focus on his mic and his in-ring skills, and maybe make him a little bit more of a fast-paced kind of a wrestler. I mean, Christian is a fast-paced wrestler, don't get me wrong. But WWE right now, they must have saw something that they didn't like, so they decided to make that quick transition to have Randy Orton pick up the strap on SmackDown. So, guys, we got Skip Sheffield speaking on him returning, Chris Jericho, and Khali's heel turn sometime within the next few months. So, stay tuned. Tomorrow night, we got our Monday Night Raw review and Impact this week. Again, I'm sorry that I haven't actually been doing Impact. I've just been so tired. I haven't really gotten a chance to sit down and actually watch an Impact in a while. So, I've been trying to catch up what I can on YouTube. Also, to go out and say this, buddy of mine from work is going to be sitting on a vid with us in the near future. He's also going to be giving Brian and myself some videos of Shikara, which is an indie promotion. Also, some Dragon Gate Wrestling, which is another indie promotion. And just kind of like really help us understand more about the independent scene. Me and Brian have been following up on the independent scene for quite some time now, just because the fact is that everything that's been going on, with trying to meet up with Just Incredible, going to see the WWE events and the TNA events, and trying to catch some indie shows over the last couple of months. Me and Brian are also trying to, look into making this more than just a channel, maybe opening up our own indies wrestling company. So, be kind of cool to try to, brush up on some more of the wrestling other than just TNA and the WWE. Me and Brian do label ourselves as being very knowledgeable of the wrestling business. Brian a little more than me because, he goes in depth when he does research. Me, I just usually read the gists of everything and shoot. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I respect the legacy of the NWA and the NWA and everything like that. But Brian, growing up watching more WCW than me when he was younger, kind of wanted to do some more studying on that on WCW and Jim Crockett and Turner Broadcasting and stuff like that. So me, I was more of a WWE brat. I was always WWF. I started watching TNA in 2002, so I try to catch ROH every now and then, but it's kind of hard to try to catch them. But that's enough about that, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys later this week with Monday Night Raw review. Have a good night.